What is up, everyone, and welcome back to Across the Board, sponsored by MoneyBall Metrics. You have myself, Alpha Dog Bets, here with JD from Line Movers, and very excited to have my guy Joe from Lay Off the Juice here with us as well. Fellas, we have a fantastic NBA slate we're going to be breaking down today. I absolutely love the games we're going to be going over, and I'm definitely excited to break it down with the boys. JD, how are you today, brother?
Doing good, man. Today is Friday. So the weekend is almost here. And yeah, coming off a good day. I'm not going to get into that yet. But yeah, man. So
Very good.
Everything's going great here.
Love to hear it. Joe, first time on the show with me. Always have seen your comments in the chat. Super excited to finally get on here and chop it up with you. How are you today, bro?
I'm doing good, man. I dropped 2 yesterday, but I still came ahead positive. That's the power of parlays, man.
Hell yeah,
you only
man.
need 1 to hit and you covered. But
There we go.
all I needed was 2 rebounds and assists. We would have turned 100 into 5 something. So
Damn. I have good news for you, though. Another opportunity today to make some cash. Over to the comments, guys. Joseph is already here pissing me off. You got to really do that, bro. You really have to bring up that game last night where Rutgers played their ass off and we lose on a 40-foot buzzer beater step back 3. It happens. It was a fantastic game. Rutgers covered the 9.5, but I'm not going to lie. As a Rutgers fan, I wanted that one bad. Stayed up all night watching that game to watch that stupid step back 40-foot 3 crush my dream. So thank you for that reminder, Joseph. I appreciate it. Footy is here. Fired up. Apparently there is a Bayern soccer game today. So Footy, I'm sure, will be putting in some Bayern plays for us. So Footy will keep our eyes out on the chat. And my guy, J-Bo, here as well, saying it's good to see Joe on the early show as well. We're pumped to have Joe on the early show too. Gentlemen, what we do on the show is we always go over our recap from the day prior. So you guys want to jump into our recap and go over everything that happened yesterday?
Let's do it.
Let's do it, fellas. Thursday recap. I'll go first. I'll start. I only had 2 plays yesterday, both in the NBA. We cashed the Lakers and we cashed the Warriors, so it was a sweep from me. Joe, how'd you do yesterday, bro?
Yesterday, I cashed 1 out of 4 parlays and came ahead by $17.
Hey,
a very
plus is a
small
plus.
profit, but it's not a minus. So
If it ain't a loss, it's a gain. So we will take that every single day. JD, how'd you do yesterday, bro?
Doing good, man. Really did good across the board. It was a little over a 10-unit day. So not bad. But it was capped off by my college basketball. I went actually 3-0 there, which now brings me to a 17-3 run. College ball right now is just super hot. So and we are coming into March, so it's the perfect time.
So you're telling me you're getting perfectly hot, 17-3 record on the first day of March, heading into March Madness. I mean, that's got to be a good feeling. Let's keep that rolling. Let's keep those vibes going. So we absolutely love to hear that. And as Joe said, he gained as well. So the boys are doing well. The boys are winning some bets. So let's dive in to a little bit of today's action. You guys ready to get into the NBA slate? Because we have a good one.
yeah.
Let's do it, boys. NBA action. We're going to be starting with the Denver Nuggets taking on the Detroit Pistons. I almost said the Detroit Pistons taking on the Denver Nuggets. That was a little confusing for me. The Nuggets are coming in 38-21, guys. They're 18-12 on the road. They're taking on a Pistons team that is 33-26 on the year, and they are 16-13 at home. Over to the injury report. For the Nuggets, Vlatko Konkar is a game-time decision. Seems like he has that designation every single day. Day'Ron Holmes is out for the season, and Peyton Watson will be out for this game. On the other side, a lot of lower-level guys are questionable or already out for the Detroit Pistons, none that I think are going to be too big of a factor. Ron Harper Jr., former Rutgers graduate himself, he's really a G League player, but he is going to be out for this game. Same with Toulouse Smith, another real G League type of player. 2 game-time decisions. Simone Fontenecchio and Dennis Schroeder are both game-time decisions here. JD, let's kick it over to you. What do you like in the Denver Nuggets Detroit Pistons for tonight?
You know, to me, this is a very interesting spot. Because as far as the Pistons go, man, they've kind of been our team.
Yep.
We have definitely been riding them, and it has paid off very, very well. Then as far as Denver goes, their actual game yesterday, it was that line to me yesterday seemed very weird. I believe it was at -3 for pressure them yesterday, and I just had to dive in deep because I was like, this line does not make any sense. And then what I found out is on the first leg of Natural Back-to-Back on the road, they just have not done well. All just actually all like season long. So I was like, all right, well, that's the only reason why I can see why this line is so short. And sure enough, they actually went out and lost. Well, then they're playing tonight, and on the second leg of that back-to-back, when they're off of a loss, so far this season, that's happened 6 times, and they are 6-0. So I don't know why those two spots. Those are really weird spots to be so bad and then so good.
Mm-hmm.
But this was going to be an actual Pistons play. That's what I was going into this looking at. So then when I woke up this morning and actually saw them favored, I was a little bit shocked there because I didn't think they would actually be favored. But then hearing all the Denver trends and everything going on this season, right now I do not have a bet. Like I said, Pistons was what I was going to be on, but the Nuggets in this spot off of the loss, I can't go against them. For me, it's going to either be a Denver play or either pass.
I respect that. We're going to go over to you, Joe. What do you got in this game?
I'm gonna keep this short and sweet, man. I'm laying the points with Detroit. Sorry, JD, but the way I see it, man, it's an eye test for me. It's pure gut, right? Numbers make a lot of sense, right? Everything JD said, I wholeheartedly agree with. However, there's a qualitative factor to sports. These are still human beings. Michael Porter Jr., he is a critical piece to the Denver Nuggets. Mentally, he doesn't realize he's playing basketball to the third quarter. If you just look at the Nuggets, something is wrong. And then you couple that with they're on a back-to-back. And I know what haters are going to say. They're going to say, hey, Denver beat Detroit by on average of 10 points the last 4 times they played. And Detroit is still favored in this spot. I just saw what Detroit did to the Celtics. That made me a lot of money. Me too. There is something wrong with Denver and Detroit is they're too damn hot for me to fade right now. So Detroit has been really good to me. So if they lose today, they're still on my good side. So I'm just gonna ride with what I see and just lay 2 points with Detroit.
I'm taking the money line, Joe. I agree with you. I definitely think this is a Detroit spot. Let's reverse to what happened last night with the Denver Nuggets. They played a grueling, tough, late-night game against Milwaukee that ended 121-112. After that game ended, they had to get on a plane, fly to Detroit, get to a hotel, get rested, and wake up to play all again tonight and do it all over again. Question here from Pardon My J is, are there any Nuggets sitting out? We don't know yet if they're going to do any load management. They haven't announced anything as of now. I went over the injury report earlier. The only guys who are already deemed out is Peyton Watson and game time decision for Vlatko Konkar. So we might still get some more information on that, but this Pistons team is red hot. They have won 8 games in a row. They've been the hottest team in the NBA, and I do think that continues on their home court tonight. I know Denver's a tough matchup, but I think Detroit matches them very well. Detroit's able to move the ball around the perimeter. They're able to hit open shots, and they'll be able to space the court very well against this Nuggets team tonight. So I'm all over Detroit on the money line. Let's see them get to a 9-game winning streak. And to Denver, who I know they were just on a long winning streak themselves, they're losers of 2 of their last 3. And they haven't exactly played some good basketball in their last 3 games. So I'm riding the hot hand, the rested hand, and I am going to be taking the Detroit Pistons on the money line. I'll let it out early. It's one of my best bets for the day. It's a play that I'm probably going to give out for free today. I love the Pistons in this spot. So let's see the Pistons get a big win. So me and Joe will be very excited.
One last thing. Yes. So after hearing y'all, and actually what I'd already said, but just hearing it from y'all now, like I said, the Pistons have been playing so well. Like we've been saying, they're such a young team. They're a very hungry team. I am going to stay away. The Denver side, like I said, it made a lot of sense as far as some trends goes. But this one, I am officially just going to stay away from.
I respect that. Joe, what did you have to add?
One more thing. The Pistons are playing team ball right now. So it's not like you're depending on a Nikola Jokic to do everything. Whenever you're going to give me a matchup where there's team ball and those are younger guys, they're feeding off Cade Cunningham. And that dude is an assist machine. The ball moves. The last time I seen the ball move like this was the Warriors when they won the championship. When you think about it, the Denver Nuggets, they're 24th in the NBA. Points allowed in the paint.
Yep.
and they're coming off of a back-to-back. So those legs are already heavy. They were already, sixth worst in the NBA, giving up points inside the paint. And it's like Jalen Duren is a beast.
Yep.
So just all things considered, inside the paint is the easiest, most efficient shots to make. So unless Denver wakes up and Jamal Murray and MPJ just finally both show up to the same game, I don't see Denver having a chance, man.
What do you think about this comment from Aiden here? Were Denver's recent role players that important in their team, so their championship team? It seems like they have gone downhill. What are your thoughts on that, Joe?
Yes. Do I think they fully got over? What's that boy that went to the Magic? God dog it. Oh, man.
Which one?
I got his name. Braids. He went to the Magic. He only scores like 9 points a game, but he plays defense. Damn it. I forgot his name. Anyway.
I'm not. No.
I
Gary
think-
Harris?
No, that's not him. Dark skin, braids, short, defensive player, skinny.
Can't think of it.
Yeah, he's coming off the bench. But anywho, I think that Russell Westbrook is critical, and I do think that he is a better replacement, in my opinion. So I think they upgraded there. Christian Braun is secretly the biggest cash cow on the Denver Nuggets. If you're talking about PRA props, the boy can ball, and everybody else is playing Jokic or Jamal Murray or MPJ. So he's the fourth option on the team, and that dude has been balling. He is a ball of energy. If you look at him and Westbrook together, it is perfection. Like the other day, they had a highlight where Westbrook tipped the ball ahead, Braun tipped it, and then went and dunked it. He gets out in transition. He's not afraid to get in anybody's face, and he's going to show up every single day. I love players like that.
Yep, and good comment about Braun. Aiden just put this in here. Aiden seems to be very locked in on the Nuggets team. He's made some great comments on this game. Was it KCP you were thinking of who left?
That's who it was. Pope.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I don't think their bench is anywhere near what they were in the past. You take a look. I know you just complimented Russell Westbrook. Not a guy who has ever been on a formula for a winning team. Wherever this guy goes, it's not exactly like they win ball games. I mean, not to be that guy, but does he win anywhere?
I mean, when he was with OKC with Durant, they were 3-1 on the Warriors.
With Durant. When he's gone off and been his own guy for the last 15 years, he's really not been a factor, and his teams are never really factors.
But can you blame him? He went to LeBron James' team. Anybody that gets around LeBron, if you and him don't get along, your career's going downhill. Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. We can name Hall of Famers. Their careers instantly tank, and as soon as they're done with LeBron, they either retire because it's over with. Nobody wants them anymore.
You know who I kind of consider Russell Westbrook like? It's not the same level of play. It's a little bit different style of play, but I consider him to be a Trae Young type of player where they're going to be guys that can fill up seats their entire career. They're going to sell tickets. They're never going to be winners. They're never going to win the chip.
Are we going to forget that he averaged a triple-double one season?
Fantastic.
But we're praising Jokic. We're praising Jokic for it, but we're looking at Westbrook going, oh, yeah. I mean, this dude, he went on.
Well, that's because Jokic won. Jokic won it all. He did it and won it all. When Westbrook did it, a lot of people felt it was a lot of selfish basketball. I'm not one of them. I love to watch him play in that style, but I do know that a big sentiment on Westbrook is that a lot of people enjoyed watching him play, but it wasn't conducive to a winning style. He wasn't making his teammates around him better. So I kind of do think that way, and Westbrook to me is one of the reasons I don't think their bench is great. I think this team has no continuity. These guys don't even seem to really like each other, which is a big deal in the NBA. This new roster they have, they don't seem to be gelling like the old guys did. They don't seem to have the same camaraderie as the old guys did. So that's my opinion on that question there. And another great comment here from Red Hot Take. The Nuggets also had Bruce Brown, who was a phenomenal role player for them.
I forgot about him. He hit a lot of clutch threes in the games.
And his defense and getting out in fast break, leading up to layups, that's his game, and he's a grinder, and you need guys like Bruce Brown. So I understand that. Let's keep it moving, fellas, because the next game we're going to be talking about is the game of the evening. We have another monstrous matchup between the two powerhouse teams in the Eastern Conference. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers coming in 48-10 on the year. They're 21-6 on the road, which is unbelievable. Taking on a Celtics team that is 42-17 and 18-10 at home. Injury report, what I have for the Cavs here, it says nobody. So good news on the Cavs side. For the Celtics side, true game time decisions for 3 players. 2 of them a little more crucial than the other one, but they're all important to this team. Luke Cornett, Jaylen Brown, and Jrue Holiday. I do want to say I just got some news that Jaylen Brown did participate in shoot-around this morning, so to me, I would anticipate him playing in this game. Joe, let's go over to you. What do you like in the Cavs-Celtics showdown tonight?
This is the game of the day by far. Like
of the week.
If it's one game that I'm watching, it's this one.
Yep.
I really want to see if this new Cleveland Cavs team, if they can beat the Boston Celtics finally. The Celtics, in my opinion, have the coaching advantage.
Yep.
They typically match up better for whatever reason against the Cavs. And the game's going to be close until the wire, right? But lately, the last couple times, the Celtics just had what it takes to make in-game adjustments to get them to win. Me personally, I'm laying the points with the Celtics. Do I feel good about it? No. But the Celtics coming off of a loss, that makes me feel a lot better about it. Because the Celtics coming off a loss and they're at home, like I like them.
I'm with that. JD, what you got for the people?
Going to keep this one short and sweet, guys. I said back here a few weeks ago that whenever actually they are coming off of a loss, I'm actually going to blindly bet them. This spot versus the Cavs is obviously not as fun to do it, but I'm going to do it again here. I don't have the number in front of me, but I'm pretty sure that that off of a loss against the spread on the season, they are. I'm pretty sure they are 13-4, and they're just a team like off a loss, and especially off of this loss where that game it was kind of a weird spot for them, and then actually Pistons team, we just talked about it. They're playing so well. And it was kind of a look-ahead spot.
Such a look-ahead spot. We said that on the show, too.
This game.
Yep.
So, yeah, for me, it's going to be it's definitely going to be the Celtics. I believe you can get a -2 currently. So I am going to be laying points.
I do have good news, gentlemen. And that is we are not all on the same side. So one of us will be at least happy after this game because I am all over the Cavs in this spot. I'm a big fan of what this Cavs team has been doing. They're winners of 8 consecutive games, tied for the longest winning streak in the NBA currently with the Detroit Pistons, which is so weird to say. It's still so weird to say. But this team on the road has been unbelievable. The Cavs are 21-6 this year on the road. The Celtics have not been as good at home as they've been on the road. They have 10 losses this year at home, which I know you say that normally for most teams. They only have 10 losses at home. They're fantastic. It's not your normal Celtics at-home performance. Last year, they were the best home team in the NBA. This year, they are struggling a little bit. They are 18-10, which is not a bad record at all. However, I do think the Cavs are the healthier team coming in. As we said earlier, the Celtics have a bunch of injuries. I know, Joe, we were speaking earlier that Jrue Holiday seems to have a finger issue, something going on with his hand. And he just hasn't been playing well. When he's been playing, he's not been having good games either. And I think he's a crucial member in this game because right now, Donovan Mitchell can't miss. He's on one of those heaters right now where he is on one. He's playing some big-time basketball. And if Jrue Holiday can't be out there and be locking him down, I really do think the Cavs will win this game outright. I am going to take the +2.5 for a little insurance. But let's take a look at the ESPN BPI, what the ESPN analytics are predicting for this game. They have Cleveland as a 60% chance to win this game. I was a little surprised about that. I thought they'd have it closer to a 50-50. But everything looking at it, I do think the Cavs are the right spot here. I wouldn't mind sprinkling on the money line as well. But for me, I'm definitely going to be taking the Cavs +2.5. Let's keep looking at the comments here. We have a couple questions. Aiden is asking, what do the contracts look like in Boston? How long can they keep all these players?
You could have with Bron and with Jason Tatum and Brown, they're top heavy. Very top heavy.
I'll put it to you this way. They're in a much better cap space than the Knicks. I don't believe that the Celtics are in the second apron. So when you look at teams and see how they're doing on the cap, it's all about how they're doing on the apron space. So they're able to make more maneuvers and fluctuate. So you take a look at their contract. Jaylen Brown is the highest cap hit on the team. He's at $50 million. Then Jason Tatum comes in at $35 million. Then you have Drew Holiday at $30, Porzingis at $30, and then you have Derek White at $20. Everyone else is under $10. So they really load up their salary on their starters, and they do get value at a bench, guys, such as a Sam Hauser who's making $2 million a year, such as a Peyton Pritchard making $6 million a year, such as, even Derek White, who's only making $20 million, is a much better player than what his contract currently is paying him. So this Celtics team will be able to keep this together. I don't see any way they are going to be breaking this up. I think this team's going to be sticking together for a very long time. Joe, thoughts on this?
No, I agree. Derek White, he is at a very hometown discount, but I mean, $20 million, he's a real humble, chill dude. He just loves, like, him, Brown, and Tatum, they actually hang together outside of the NBA season. And to me, that is key for as, like, building camaraderie and just brotherhood and stuff like that. So they actually do chill with each other. Jason Tatum's from St. Louis, so that's why I like that guy so much.
I like Tatum too, man. He's a great player, and I really like Derek White. Who plays their role in the NBA better than Derek White? He doesn't outshoot what he's supposed to do. He does what he needs to do. He makes the extra pass when it's time to make the extra pass. And when they double Jason Tatum or they double Porzingis down low, they throw it back up top. And this guy's a killer from the three-point line. I'm a huge fan of his game. And the Celtics are going to be a team that goes deep yet again. And I think they're going to be a team at the top of the Eastern Conference for the foreseeable future. I don't see any way that this they get slowed down over the next couple of years. Question, JD, do you agree with that statement? How do you feel?
Yeah, no, like y'all actually said that great.
Perfect. All right, we have a good question from Footy. I like talking about these things. So, what teams can Footy fade that are looking to tank? I'll give you two.
76ers.
Well, you beat me to my first one. What do you think my second one is going to be? I'll give you a hint. They just suffered a catastrophic injury to their
Knicks?
No. The Knicks, bro? We're tanking for the no picks that we have? Come on. No, obviously, to me, it is going to be the San Antonio Spurs. They potentially could have a top 3 pick this year and pair a Dylan Harper or an Ace Bailey. That's rumored, the two Rutgers guys, because the first pick's going to be Cooper Flagg. They have a real chance to get number 2. So you pair up let's say a Dylan Harper, a 6'7" point guard, with Victor Wembanyama. That team is going to be disgusting. So I think the Spurs are probably the top team I have for tanking, and then the second top team I have for tanking is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yep. Didn't they just sign Fox to a crazy deal? Or was Fox just a 1 year?
Fox still has a deal, but I still think they're going to be able to take a guy like Dylan Harper. That's the rumor of the guy they're targeting because he's 6'7". He could play that 2 combo guard as well. So let's say you have Fox, Dylan Harper, and a Wembanyama. That would be disgusting in my opinion because Harper can play off the ball.
Doesn't Wemby have the same blood clots that took Chris Bosh out?
Yeah, but we can't. Well, I mean, at the same time, though, it's the same thing that Brandon Ingram had in 2019, and he was able to. It never came back from Brandon Ingram, and it's the same exact one that they both had. So you don't know which way it's going to go. But for planning and all the reasons of talking about what they're going to do, I think you have to just kind of forget it and see how it plays out and still build as if Victor's going to be there for the long term.
Okay.
Let's see here. Pardon my J. Hot take, does Ace Bailey have a higher ceiling than Cooper Flagg? I'm a Rutgers fan, so I'm not going to answer that question. We have a Duke fan over
so
here.
I'm not going to answer that question.
Not going to answer that question either. I personally think Bailey is the next Kevin Durant. He's 6'11", can bring the ball up and can shoot from anywhere. So that's the type of game that he has. I'm a huge fan of what Ace Bailey will do at the next level. Don't take how bad Rutgers is for how bad Ace Bailey and Dylan Harper are going to be at the next level. Let's keep it moving, fellas. The next game we're breaking down today is one near and dear to my heart that I'm excited to dive into. We're going to be breaking down the New York Knickerbockers, who are coming in 38-20 on the year. They're 17-10 on the road, taking on a Grizzlies team that is also 38-20, but this Grizzlies team is a beast to deal with at home. They're 22-6 at home this year. Joe, we're going to start back over with you. Big news in this game. The big news is this is supposed to be Mitchell Robinson's season debut for the Knicks, and man, do they need Mitchell Robinson back in the lineup. So, over to the injury report. Mitchell Robinson is a true game-time decision, but it's been hyped up all week that he will be making his season debut today. I do expect him to be in the lineup. Other game-time decisions are Josh Hart and Karl Anthony Towns. I believe both of them will be in the lineup as well. On the other side for the Grizzlies, Desmond Bane is a game-time decision, and that's really all that they have going on their injury front. Let's go to JD. JD, Knicks, Grizzlies, 4-point line. What do you got?
You know, these are first off the Knicks. Their actual last game, I came on here and said they were either going to win by 5 or either they were going to win by 25. And they sure enough won by 5. That was, like I said, that was just for me a Knicks thing to actually do. But in this game here, man, just like you said, Memphis at home, they are a great team. We know what Memphis wants to do. Pace. They actually want to go fast. And the Knicks, we've been talking about it for a few weeks now. The Knicks are going to be willing to actually do that with them. To me, this actual total is high, but to me, it is not high enough. I am on the over here. This whole season, these have both been over teams. Been playing a lot of overs with actually both teams.
Yep.
On the season as a whole, the Knicks are 33-25 to the over. Grizzlies are 36-22.
Yes.
Knicks, their actually last 10, they're actually 7-3. And the Knicks, as an actual underdog to the over, are actually 6-2. So have all these Knicks trends going to the over, and then with them playing where they're playing tonight, the pace is going to be there. So give me the over.
Yeah, I agree with this comment here. It seems like an all-star game tonight. And JD, I read this game the exact same way you do. Let's take a look at the team's most recent performances. Did you see what happened in the Grizzlies' most recent game where they played a 151 to 148 point overtime game? If my math is correct, which it may not be, that's 299 points. That is ridiculous. And JD, did you say the Knicks have only been underdogs 8 times this year? That's pretty impressive to hear. They're 6-2 to the over.
Yeah.
That's wild. I thought that. I definitely didn't know that. But
I thought the same thing, but that's what it says.
That's a weird fact, but hey, I love to hear that. I think this game definitely goes over. You're bringing in Mitchell Robinson, who is supposed to be the defensive anchor for the Knicks, which hopefully will help the Knicks defense in the long run. This is his first time playing basketball since the playoffs of last year. I don't exactly think he's going to have a huge performance. I think he's going to have a very strict minutes limit. We're not going to see him out there for more than 20 minutes, maybe 15, get his game legs back under him. So I do think it'll be a shorter game for Mitchell Robinson, which a lot of people have said, the defense is going to be way better tonight. Let's see what happens. Let's give it a little time. He's got to get, back into game shape, back into the flow of it. And in this game, I think this one soars over the total. I am with you, JD. I am all over the over in this spot. Joe, over to you, brother. Oh, we're circling the wagons, baby. Let's go.
Oh, damn. I was like, he stole my play. I was actually watching that Memphis Suns game. And for the people in the Discord, you know that I was watching it. It was 137 to 137. So they cleared this total before overtime happened. So I like this total. One qualitative factor neither of you guys mentioned was that Jalen Brunson's dad used to be in the NBA, and John Morant's dad is always chirping, especially at home games.
Yeah.
And those two get into a powerhouse. They get into a who's better than who, just from a shit talking perspective. Like, bro, Ja's going to show up today. Last time they played, the Knicks hung up 148 on them. Do I think they do that again in Memphis? It's very possible. But do I think Memphis shows up this time? I do. You guys pretty much took my other talking points, but yeah, they played Cleveland and hung up 129 to 123. So defense is not on the Grizzlies' mind at all. They're pushing the pace. And I think it'll be some 3-point shots dropping today, personally. So
I agree with you. I'm in agreement with you, Joe. I think we're going to see a ton of points in this ball game. This is a good question from Footy here. Well, he has 2 good questions. If Rutgers has all these great draft prospects, why can't they beat teams like Penn State? They did beat Penn State. Then Footy Chancellor's next question, over under next 5.5 minutes, Alpha's TV turned on. We're hoping that stopped, but last time I said it did. You can ask JD. The only time I brought it up in like 3 months, it then turned on. And I'm going to be honest with you. I didn't bring my TV remote over here, and I've been looking for it, and I've been like, I hope it doesn't go on. So if it does, you guys might have to enjoy the Pat McAfee show, because I believe I left it on ESPN, and that's what will pop up on that television. All right, boys. There's one more game we're going to be breaking down today, and that is going to be the Battle of LA. We have the LA Clippers, who are 32-26. They're 13-16 on the road, taking on the Lakers team that is 36-21 on the year. But would anybody believe you or believe me if I told you that the Lakers are 21-7 at home? They've been a fantastic home team this year. Granted, both these teams are home teams tonight. They play in the same arena. So let's kick this one off. Joe, what do you got?
Give me Lakers first half on the spread. For whatever reason, this Laker team, since they got Luka, they figured it out really, really, really fast. JJ is a very underrated coach, and I for one was like, y'all treated Darvin like shit. Da, 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 da. But then when I saw what JJ did so fast, I was like, oh damn. Like I really had to put my foot in my mouth. JJ and LeBron get along, so there's chemistry with your star player, and everyone else has fully bought in. They have Jared Vanderbilt back. He's finally back from injury. This Lakers team, they figured something out because they don't have a big man right now, but they're shutting down all big men. Like I for one, was on Nas Reed yesterday over PRAs. The dude had 0 points until the fourth quarter. Yeah, I was just like, what the hell is going on? The Lakers are playing very good defense, and it's not talked about because their offense, that's where the focus is. So very good defense mixed with you already embarrassed this Clippers team before when they had all of their players, and the books just haven't caught up to this Lakers magic. So I'm gonna ride it.
Yeah, I'm with you 1,000%. And I know they're on a back-to-back, and it's a slam dunk spot for the Clippers. Scrolling on social media today, all I see is it's a slam dunk spot for the Clippers. Let me tell you something. This Clippers team is the polar opposite of what the Detroit Pistons are to me, and I'm sure a couple of you guys as well. Every time I've backed this effing Clippers team this year, I get bit in the ass. I do. And I do think Norman Powell is not going to play tonight. Going over the injury report, Norm Powell's a game-time decision for the Clippers. I think that would be a big loss if they did not have him. Vanderbilt's a game-time decision, but it does look like he is going to be able to go. And they have not designated if Luka and LeBron will be out tonight. I think one of them goes. I think one of them sits. I'm not sure who, but I think it's going to be a 1-1.
So really quick, on the back-to-back, the first halves are not impacted as much because it's easier to go from a mental standpoint. It's not really until late in the third, the fourth, where that back-to-back legs start to show. Most of those players are conditioned. So actually, I was going to lay the Lakers take 2.5, but the money line at plus 140, far too much value for me to give up. Worst case scenario, we pushed.
Yeah. So, it's plus 150 now. You got some good odds there.
Taking it. I'm taking it.
I think they win as well. I'm going to be a little bit of a bitch, though, and I'm going to take the security and take the plus 4.5 just so there's no F shit at the end of the game. I'm definitely going to take the points there and have a little security, but I'm with you 1,000%. It's a Lakers play from me, plus 4.5. JD, bring us home, brother. What you got?
These damn Clippers, man. Yeah, we've been fading them in actually some way. And just like I believe Edgar said, they are a horrible road team. They've not been covering. They haven't even really been winning. But just like you said, Alpha, this is actually not a road game. They are the road team, but this is a home game. But they're in a spot that I love to fade, though. It's that first game back home. They have just come off of a long road trip. Man, you're home. You got to do the wife thing. You have to go see the side piece, and I should take care of all that. There's just a lot going on, man.
Yeah.
So there's just a spot where I'm just not looking to back teams. And also the Lakers team, just like Joe said, we've been watching them in the first half, man. They have been killing it. They've been jumping on teams early.
Yep.
That actually is what I'm looking to play here is Lakers first half, but I'm going to wait to see who's actually playing because this number might even go up some.
Yeah, I think it's going to move.
So I'm actually personally going to wait and just see what this number goes to, but then probably play them in the first half, either first half spread or either a first half team total over.
Love it. We have a couple questions here. Joe, I'm going to leave this one to you because I do believe you have a play in this game. I currently do not have anything in this game, but do you have anything in the Raptors, Chicago for tonight's games?
This is nasty, but give me the Bulls on the money line. I love finding value in games where a lot of people don't bet. for one, it lets me know what the actual line is. I get to see there's going to be little line movement, so I get to read that as well. I just think this Bulls team has been on fire lately for whatever reason. Those rookies seem to have figured it out. Josh Giddey has looked like an American all-star the last couple weeks. So
it's a new trick for him.
Yeah, I hate teams going into Toronto because of that whole customs and all of that. But bro, this Bulls team, the Toronto Raptors are 1-4 against the spread. The spread is like a -2.5, 3.5, wherever at what time. So I'll just lay the money line for -128. I'll take that.
Yeah, it's current odds as well, so I do like that. Edgar is saying he likes how Luka does against the Clippers. Edgar, the only thing I'd wait to hear is I could see him being the guy who gets held out tonight. He is coming back off an injury. He doesn't have great lift right now off his leg. He did have that lower leg injury, so I could see them using tonight as a chance to get him a rest spot. But if that is the case, I think LeBron goes, and I do like a ton of LeBron props. Right. One more question before we get into best bets and a few of the other things we get into around here before we get the hell out of here. Red hot take. Anything on CBB on Saturday? And boys, this question's for one man up here. Let's be honest. It's Mr. 17-3. Not me, Joe. Pointing the wrong way. This one is for Mr. JD. JD, anything for Saturday? And if you don't have anything yet, let the people know where they can find your CBB that'll all be posted for tomorrow.
Yeah, nothing yet. We really don't have a lot of lines yet. So yeah, that's not something that I've quite looked into yet. But as far as in the MoneyBall Metrics Discord, I would definitely have a free play there. But also we have an actual free trial going on currently. So you can find all of our plays. So that would be the best way to actually get everything.
JD, you beat me to it. That was next on the agenda of things I was going to be breaking down today. You know, I hate when you get out of order like that. But one more comment before we do talk about the free trial. I do want to talk about this here. I did not know that today's Luka's birthday. I did Google and confirm that today is Luka's birthday. So maybe he will be good to go, and it may be a decent night to take Luka props. One thing I want to tell you guys about Luka. So for one of the companies I do articles with, I cover every Lakers game for them. When it comes down to the Lakers player props, and right now with Luka, he's cashing his rebound prop by 4 to 5 rebounds every single game. Last night, yet again, it was at 8.5. I believe he had 13. The game before, he cashed his rebounding prop in the second quarter, and the game before that, he cashed his rebounding prop early in the third quarter. So we're not even seeing Luka's rebounding totals go to the fourth. So if you're looking for any player props, it's Luka's birthday. He'll be playing all out. Take a look at his rebounds lately, and you may want to ride that with me because I will be on Luka rebounds yet again if he's playing, because I'm playing that until the wheels fall off. He's not even getting close to missing this prop in any of his most recent games.
I really think you would read in my mind, dude, because I put his rebounds and assists together, and it's been taking everything in me not to play it.
Man, it's been cashing. It's been cashing.
His rebounds have been cashing because of the spacing that he gets. Austin Reeves, he flanks out to the right, LeBron's to the left. They're both on the wings, and Luka just gets rebounds that fall in his lap. So, I mean, he's still a big dude, too. He's like 6'8", 6'7".
He's huge. He's a big guard.
Yep. Like, you forget how big he is, but he's solid. So
love to absolutely see that. And apparently on RotoWire, I believe I saw, we've had a bunch of comments come in, so let me find that one we just had. Somebody said on RotoWire, right here, Edgar, he's good to play on RotoWire. They're saying he's good to go, so we will see what happens there. Hopefully he is, and hopefully we can slam that prop of his rebounds. Also, Joe, one more thing I wanted to add. I know you said you were on Naz Reid PRA. I forgot to jump in here. I took his rebounds last night and got so lucky because I was debating taking PRA or just rebounds. The rebounds cashed, and there were no points out of him in the whole game.
He had 3 personal fouls at 0 points. I'm like, what?
And he had 1 rebound after the first quarter. So I was sitting there saying, this is screwed. Somehow he got there. Somehow he got the rebound. So I was happy about it.
Anthony Edwards got teched out, and that's when he picked it up.
That had to happen. You are right about that. And guys, as you can see at the bottom of the screen, JD just alluded to it. MoneyBall Metrics has a free trial. You guys know that MoneyBall Metrics does not do this often. When was the last time you saw us come on here and talk about a free trial? If you want to get some of the best picks possible, use the free trial, get in MoneyBall Metrics, and if you guys want JD's college basketball picks, which he's on a 17-3 run, What's 17 times 5? I can't. That's one. I'm good at quick math. That's not one. So let me do that quickly. That's 85%. That's 85%. So if you want to get JD's 85% winning college basketball plays right now, get in the Discord. It's a free trial. Shoot Moneyball Metrics a DM, and we will get you guys in there. All right, boys. One more thing we still have to do on the show, which we do every single show, which is going to be our best bets for today, Friday, February 28th. You boys ready to dive in?
Let's do it.
Let's play the graphic. I'm keeping the free trial thing rolling at the bottom. We're going to go to Joe, which thank you so much for coming on to it with us today, bro. You've been fantastic, some great insight, and it's been an absolute blast chopping it up. What are your winners for the people tonight?
My winners today are Spider, Donovan Mitchell, over 31.5, 32.5. You can ladder it up to 35 if you want to. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life. The main reason why, points and rebounds. The main reason why is because the Celtics play drop coverage. If you're talking about side pieces and Miss Reliable, he's cleared this in 9 of the last 11, right? He's also been on a terror the past 5 games. So you're going to give me the best guard, arguably one of the guards with the best backcourt. I'm going to take it.
I'm with you.
So that's that. And then the Chicago Bulls on the money line. That is my other favorite play of the day. This Bull team has been hot. If you know me, I like jumping on teams that nobody likes because there's so much value in them. And I like to get on the train first. So I test. I'm on the Bulls.
There we go. I'll quickly jump into my best bets of the day. First one, Pistons money line. I don't need to say anything else about them. They've been our cash cow. We're going to continue to ride them, and they will get it done for us. Second and final best bet is going to be the Lakers plus the 4.5. I don't mind a sprinkle on the money line. I know Joe's on that, but I'm just going to be taking the spread here at plus 4.5. Little breaking news before I go to JD. Now, we've been seeing a lot of stuff coming in here today. One is a baseball thing. And the other one, what was the other? Is another basketball injury. So Ben Matherin is not going to be in tonight for the Pacers. That just came out. They were expecting him to play, but Ben Matherin is not going to be playing. Second news, Bill Belichick and UNC are going to be this year's Hard Knocks. That was just announced 3 minutes ago. So instead of putting my Giants through hell yet again and making us get embarrassed on national frickin' TV, they're not going to make any other team do that, just the Giants. Now they're going to go to college ranks, and Bill Belichick and the boys will be handling that. And JD, the final baseball news, there has been a new hire, let me see here, for the Dominican Republic World Baseball Classic team. And the reason I'm bringing this up because it's a fan favorite. Albert Pujols is entering his name and his talents into the coaching ring and will be the head coach of the Dominican Republic World Baseball Classic team. With all that breaking news, JD, it's over to you. What best bets and winners do you have for the people tonight?
You know, before I get into best bets really quick, because you actually brought up baseball, I got to go back to a comment. I believe it was some red hot take here. Which sports is the biggest for trends? Yeah, we just talked about it right here. Baseball.
100%.
Baseball. Baseball is coming up soon. That's what the show was built on. We are so ready for it.
Can't wait. Cannot wait.
But yeah, for me, as far as trend, like if you are a trend better, if you like trends, I think baseball is the best by far.
I agree. I agree with you.
In the grooves, whether it's their totals, whether it's them on the side, you just play them. And to me, that is the best sport. As far
what was it, JD? What was it? Yankees, the over last year. What was it, like 17 games in a row? It kept going over, and me and you every day on the show were like, we're playing this till the freaking wheels fall off, and it made us a lot of money.
Honorable mention, the Dodgers.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about them. Everyone and their grandmother is betting Dodgers minus 2.5 every single game.
Hey, those over.
I was just about to say, as far as this season, the run line, you're not even going to be able to play it.
It's minus 300.
Because the run line itself is actually going to be so like juicy.
You know where you're probably going to have value, JD, is fading the Dodgers, because if they lose, you can get a plus like 450.
Well, you're actually definitely going to find your spots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. But yeah, sorry. Getting back into today's best bets. Give me the Celtics, guys. Them off of a loss. This is just a spot where I'm going to bet them pretty much every single time now. You can get them for actually -2 Sorry, that just threw me way off.
Right.
Whoever just, I don't even. Whoa. Okay. Somebody just sent me a tip on actually Venmo. I don't know who you are. It said it was for the picks though. Shout out to you. That just threw me way off. But thank you for whoever.
Hey, whoever the fuck you are, where's me and Joe's Venmo, bro? Just kidding.
That was so random, but threw me all the way off. But then let's go to that Knicks and the Grizzlies game. Give me the over there. I believe that's a play that we actually all like.
Yep.
Give me the up and over there. You can still get a 243.5. Definitely like the over there. And also, before we go around and get out of here, I do want to mention, as far as this show next week, the schedule is going to be a little bit different. We're going to be going on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. So just wanted to let everybody know that.
I appreciate y'all accommodating my request because I have to take care of something for a family member. So Moneyball Metrics is the greatest. I appreciate you. The audience appreciates you. And we will be back next week to break it all down. But before we do, take your phones out, get your screenshots. Make sure you guys take in the best bets for today, Friday, February 28th. We have the Pistons money line. We have the Lakers plus 4.5 from me. JD's on Celtics -2. Knicks Grizzlies over 243. That game's going to have 400 points. And Joe is on Bulls money line. And Donovan, the Spider, Mitchell, over 32.5 points and rebounds. Fellas, it's been an absolutely fantastic show. We have to say one more thing. And JD, I know I keep saying it. I'm probably embarrassing you by saying it so much, but JD's hitting at a fucking 85% clip right now at his college basketball. I don't know why he's offering a free trial when he's hitting at 85%, but if you don't take advantage of that free trial, I don't know what the hell's wrong with you. Find me anybody out there right now who's hitting at 85% going into March Madness, and I'll be shocked. The only one I've seen is JD, so make sure you guys take action and get in on that free trial. Joe, any parting words from you before we get the hell out of here today?
Just my quote from DJ Khaled: "You either win with us or watch us win."
There we go. I love it. JD, do the thing.
You know what, guys? Today's Friday, so you know what time it is. Let's fucking win. Cheers.
Let's fucking win. I'll join you with a shot of my Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee. We appreciate all of you. We will be back Tuesday to break it down. Hope everyone has a great weekend. And get the hell in the Discord. What the hell are you doing? Peace.